Welcome back everyone. Now let's begin with the first session of the first module, that is Introduction to Research Methodology. Now in this session we will be covering majorly what is research methodology, the meaning of research, where did it come from, the objectives of research and the types of research. Let's begin with what is research methodology. Now why do we need research methodology? What is it? It's basically acquiring any scientific way of thinking, analyzing and writing which holds immense value, especially in the field of law, medicine, engineering, management. For example, so supposing if you're working in the field of law and you need to research on some amendment of a bill. So you need to know how to go about it, where should you start and where should you end, what is the whole structure. There comes the purpose of research methodology. It also helps you to be more factual and objective in your thinking, orientation and in your writing. And it also is used by not just by practitioners but also students, for supposing submitting your assessments, your reports, by researchers for submitting research papers, dissertations, thesis, and academicians also for submitting majorly research papers and reports. By using research methodology, we are able to write well, we are able to assess things well, we are able to summarize them well and use the apt data in apt places. Next, what is actually research? How do we define this? So, research is actually defined as a systematic method of discovering new facts and verifying old facts, their sequence, their interrelationship, whether there is any causal relationship between them. Causal means x is equal to y, or x is equal to y1 plus y2 plus y3, or is there any natural laws that governs them. All this is researching. So supposing you start with the collection, you then move on to the compilation part, then you analyze it, then you interpret the analysis, and then finally you end up with the result or the conclusion. And this conclusion is again used by the next researcher who research forwards, or maybe you're the same researcher who wants to research further in another part. Hence, concluding, we can say that research can be broken down into two words: research. So you search something and then you will research it. Next, we move on to the objectives of the research. The objective of the research is basically to seek answers to the problems through the application of scientific methodology with an objective which guarantees that the information is reliable and unbiased. So there should be credibility in your research, and to meet this credibility, to meet these unbiased research, there is a structure that everyone needs to follow. It is said that whenever the society faces a problem, a concerned discipline tries to find a solution for the problem. So if you're trying to find a solution, you need to be reliable and you need to be credible in that solution. And that solution obviously has to be unbiased. So this is basically the objective or the aim of a research. Next, we will move on to the ways, or how is the research extended to different ways. So research can be, the knowledge that we obtain from the research is actually used in social life, in the environment, in the managerial problems, in amending bills, reports, articles, in actually throwing information that might not be fully discovered as of now, in verifying the existing theories, verifying the existing tests, verifying the facts, in analyzing relationship between the different variables that are there, the causal relationship which we talked about. It helps in developing the explanations in these relevant areas. It also helps in devising new tools and concepts and theories which add to the existing body of the knowledge. Now let's move on to the types of research which are mostly done. So here we will be talking about four major types: pure research, applied research, exploratory research and action research. Pure research is actually done for the sake of knowledge. If we need knowledge, we do this research. and there is no intention to immediately apply this in practice anywhere. So an example can be any natural research. Supposing the Newton's law of force can be one form of pure research. The second part of the research is applied research. Applied research is basically conducted to find a solution to a real life problem that is requiring a remedy. So for example, COVID-19 requires a remedy. So the scientists are actually applying that. So they are researching in this part, and that is called an applied research. The third kind of research is exploratory. This is actually the preliminary study of an unfamiliar problem about which the researcher has a title or has no knowledge about. It actually incorporates the development of concepts, theory and assumption, and is an example of this kind of research is a thesis or a dissertation. So if a scholar is actually doing his or her thesis, PhD degree, they try to find a new concept or maybe verify the concept and bring out new knowledge out of it. And maybe there is no knowledge at all about the topic and they're trying to find out that. So this is called an exploratory research, when there is no background knowledge about it. The fourth kind is the action research. Now action research is actually solving of a problem and improving the existing situation at the earliest possible. So an example can be the Nirbhaya case. The criminal law was actually amended when Nirbhaya case happened. So this was this type of research, action research. Next, we will be discussing more in this next session. Thank you.